life, whether you're a Christian or not, is, let's say, speckled with many sorrows and troubles. Now, I agree that some people have a whole lot more sorrows sprinkled into their life than other people's. Maybe that's just time and chance. I can't explain that. But life, it is a time of struggle and difficulties, no matter what your faith or lack of faith happens to be. There are just the common troubles, struggles of mankind. And then, of course, I invite you to become part of Christianity and get a whole new set of new sorrows, so to speak. Because Christianity certainly does not promise to eradicate all your troubles and your woes. When you become a Christian, you do not live the charmed life. I know, some people think I'll get close to God and He'll make all my troubles and all my pains and all my heartaches go away. Well, eventually that's true if you're looking way ahead to heaven. But if you're thinking about your time remaining in this pilgrimage on earth, then no. Christianity does not work that way, has never worked that way, and will never work that way. It's still going to have its ups and downs because that's what life does. Acts 14:22, a verse that I think we need to emphasize more and more often, says we must enter the kingdom through many tribulations. He didn't say, maybe we'll enter the kingdom through tribulations, or we might enter the kingdom through tribulations. He said we must enter the kingdom through many tribulations. That's this pilgrimage. That's this thing we call life. The time in this tent of flesh is a time of tribulations. Now they vary quite a bit from things I'll call kind of trivial, you take them in stride, to those that turn your life upside down, inside out, and just make you wonder if you're even going to be able to get up tomorrow. They're all part of it. And if we handle them right, they are our pathway to entering the kingdom of heaven. That's a pretty deep thought there, so let me move on with just the basic idea. There's no system on earth, I don't care what system you're looking at, there is no system on earth that will take all your pains and sorrows and woes away and put you in a protective bubble and never ever let anything negative come close to you. It doesn't exist. It can't. Not in this world, not in this realm. We can do a lot of things to make life better, and here in America we do live a pretty comfortable life. We live a life that most of the world envies, which is a little puzzling, isn't it? Because we live a life that most of the world envies, and yet look at all the miserable people around us. Obviously, material possessions aren't the way to enjoy life and keep troubles away. Well, we have great medical care, but we use it. Why? Because our bodies still have problems. Whether you're a Christian or not, troubles are just part of life, and there is not a system on the face of the planet that will make it otherwise. If it were, you and I would be running to it if we were not already in it. So what does Christianity do for you? It just gives you a new perspective. Christianity simply gives you a new way to look at this pilgrimage, this time in your tent of flesh, as the Bible calls it. It just gives you this little opportunity to go, oh, okay, I see a much bigger picture. So if your picture ends at the tombstone, if you think all of your being is the date of birth and the date of death and that little dash in between on the tombstone, then there's nothing else beyond, then ultimately everything's pointless. This is nothing but a pointless, meaningless joyride where you have ups and downs, laughters and tears, and then you die and it's all over, and none of it meant anything in a transcendent way. Now, that's not where I personally want to go. So I like Christianity, but Christianity tells me that I will sorrow, but he tells me here in Thessalonians 4:13, I can sorrow not as those who have no hope, but I can sorrow as people who have hope. So if your perspective says, here's my birth, here's the tombstone, here's my death, but my death was just a transition, a step up, I got off the highway of the pilgrimage and onto the highway of eternity, and I continue on into things that we only can speculate about. But if I have that idea that there is heaven where I'll be reunited with loved ones, where there is no pain, sorrow, tears, or suffering, and this life is testing us whether we'll be faithful with this temporary evil riches so that we can be given the true riches, and that's from Luke 16, I believe verse 11, might check verse 17, then it all has meaning, and my perspective is changed because the tombstone's not the end. Now, I still have sorrows, I agree. I can't make those go away. If I figure it out, then I'll do some videos and share it with you. But right now, the only thing I know is how to have a different perspective about the sorrows of this life and give them meaning and purpose and hope. So I'm going to tell you, enjoy life today all you can. Absolutely, within godly limits, of course, but enjoy life today all you can and enjoy it with a view to eternity. And that way you get a whole new way of dealing with sorrows. Put your comments below. Let's get a little conversation going if you'd like. And as always, have a great day.